there's been a ridiculous debate about whether America is a racist country.
Biden wants us to unite behind the idea that America is a racist country.
Many on the left believe that America is an evil, racist country.
That's the messaging at this point. The American people are racist. That is a lie.
Absolutely absurd, liberals. Would a racist country have a Black History Month? Well, I've been watching Fox News for 358 hours straight, and I'm ready to do some Foxsplaining. Show me in the history books where America has been racist. Okay, not the first 98% of the book, but the end of the book, near the glossary. I'll tell you what's racist. How come there's never been a white woman on the cover of Oprah's magazine? How can America be racist if it was the liberals who fired a hardworking Black woman from her job as a syrup bottle? This is the country of African-American legends. Martin Luther King Jr., Rosa Parks, Macklemore. If our country is racist, how do you explain that I have been kicked out of Whole Foods more than any Black person ever has? And I'll tell you what, the most racist people are the Democrats like Joe Biden who want to start teaching critical race theory in our beautiful public schools.
Critical race theory is not appropriate for our kids to learn.
Teaching kids to hate their country and to hate each other.
This revisionist, woke curriculum, you are not going to do this to our children.
Now you might be wondering, what is critical race theory? All I know is we cannot have critical race theory in our schools. Hey, woke mob, stop canceling things that you don't agree with and start canceling things that I don't agree with. Like the 1619 Project. When you take the 6 out of the 1619, what have you got? 9/11. We need to get back to the traditional school subjects. Math, rivers, mitochondria, books that aren't about wizards, and of course the nice things that Christopher Columbus did. Instead, our children are being brainwashed with this racist, anti-racist critical race theory. Is it just me, or should our children not be learning any theory at all? Hey Einstein, get back to me when you figure out the facts of relativity. Think about it. Why do our kids have nap time? So the teachers can woke them up. I don't think so, Principal Kaepernick. While the other kids are napping, my child will be reciting the Pledge of Allegiance for 20 minutes straight. No blinking. Woke history, healthy lunches, sober PTA meetings. Where does it end? I'll tell you where. With your child getting accepted to be brainwashed at an elite Ivy League university. I mean, what parent wants their kid going to Princeton? Just like everything, you have to ask yourself, who stands to benefit from this? Who stands to benefit from the end of racism? Black people. So, there you go. So I say thank you to the brave Republicans who are not afraid to stand up to the Democrats and proclaim that America is not a racist country. Because otherwise, our kids are going to be learning this from the loony left.
I don't think America's racist.
No, I don't think America is a racist country.
Anthony Fauci is a vegan leprechaun. President Joe Biden has been in office for 2 months and has already racked up an astounding 37,658 scandals.
Why is Joe Biden still wearing a mask? He's been vaccinated.
He can't discuss our policy in the Pacific without reading notes that his handlers gave to him.
The Biden White House has literally erased Dr. Seuss.
Red states firing back after accusing them of Neanderthal thinking.
Biden's affection is totally real. It's in no way part of a slick PR campaign devised by cynical consultants determined to hide the president's senility.
Unfortunately, the mainstream media isn't picking any of this up. Well, I've been watching Fox News for 153 hours straight, so I can give you the lowdown on what's already considered to be the most corrupt presidency in the history of the United States. If you thought Obama wearing that tan suit was disgraceful, and Jesus knows I did, wait till you get a load of this. Let's take stock of Joe Biden's America. Dr. Seuss, illegal. Dr. Fauci, promoted. Dr. Scholl's, so comfy. Dr. Quinn, medicine woman, hasn't been on TV since 1998. Is this the country we want to leave to our estranged children? We got shrimp in our cereal, but eating steak is banned. 4th of July is canceled, but AOC's birthday is a day off. If you're not angry, get angry. I'm angry 24/7, and I've never been happier. Joe Biden tripped walking up the stairs on Air Force One. Not a single impeachment hearing. Does the 38th Amendment not matter anymore? It's a false flag, people. And guess what? Biden refuses to lower that flag to half-mast. He doesn't know who he is. He won't talk to the press. His dog Major bit the Johnson straight off of Dr. Seuss. Canceled him right in the gonads. Not one single story on CNN. Here's a fact grenade you won't read in the New York Slimes. Joe Biden's dog is now the leading cause of death in America. Do you know what it was when Donald Trump was president? There wasn't one. 0 deaths in 4 years. And you don't want this man to have a second, third, and fourth term? Open the schools, Joe! If my children are gonna learn the WAP choreography, they're not gonna do it over Zoom. Joe Biden goes to Delaware every weekend. And get this, Delaware doesn't even have a Mar-a-Lago. Days in office, 63. Number of times Biden has done an hour-long interview with Sean Hannity about how much he loves a deranged pillow salesman, 0. Joe Biden knows exactly what he's doing. Also, he has no idea what he's doing. Think about it, but not too hard. Thinking is illegal unless it's woke. Joe Biden isn't the president, Kamala is the president, which makes Joe Biden the vice president. And do you know who that makes the president? Hunter Biden's laptop. Joe, how many rocks do I have to throw at your window to make you care about the American people? I'd be in jail right now if Kamala Harris hadn't defunded the police. Goodbye, green eggs and ham. Hello, Green New Deal. Goodbye, cat in a hat. Hello, cat in a mask. Oh, the places you'll go. Joe Biden won't do a press conference. He hates the media. How sick is that? Wait, I hate the media. Oh my God, do I love Joe Biden? Oh. So, there you have it. Joe Biden's scandalous regime Foxsplained. First Lady's a hologram. I've been watching Fox News for 64 hours straight, and I think I know everything about Kamala Harris. So Kamala Harris is a radical communist senator from California. She's gonna turn the entire country into San Francisco. I hope you like couscous because it's gonna be the only legal side dish. They want you to think Kamala Harris is mainstream, but the truth is, she's a radical, socialist, Vegemite hell demon. She attended Socialism University and majored in abortion. She will ban assault weapons from hospitals and make it legal for immigrants to play in the NFL. You wanna know something else about Campbell Soup Harris? She has never once clapped when the airplane lands. In this country, we stand and applaud for our JetBlue pilots. And guess what else? Calamari Harrison supports the Green New Deal. You have a car? Well, guess what? You're gonna be forced to put one of those coexist stickers on there. You're not fooling anybody, Alexandria Ocamala-Cortez. She just seems so angry. I mean, what the hell is she so angry about? I hate angry women! Why has she still not released Obama's college transcripts? What is her skincare routine? What does she think about the Minions? How can we trust Kamala Harris? She's a cop who wants to defund the police, meaning she would stop existing because she eats money to survive. She is half Indian and half Jamaican. So say goodbye to drinking beer at a football game and say hello to sipping a mango lassi at a bobsled competition. Actually, it sounds really good. Forget I said anything. Cancel culture. It's the #1 problem facing America today. But what is cancel culture? Well, I've been watching nothing but Fox News for 72 hours straight, and I'm ready to Foxsplain cancel culture. Okay, cancel culture. It's political correctness plus discrimination multiplied by woke millennial shame monsters. If you don't hold the right opinions, you're canceled. If you don't vote for the right candidate, you're canceled. If you own 2,000 slaves and murdered thousands of Native Americans, well, apparently we can't name an elementary school after you anymore. Where does it end? The leftist mob has canceled so many great American heroes. Andrew Jackson, Roseanne Barr, the Fire Festival guy, Stimpy from Ren and Stimpy, my dog probably. I haven't seen him in a week. The radical left is out of control. First, it's Confederate statues. Next, it's a Statue of Liberty. Pretty soon, they're gonna make an all-female reboot of Ghostbusters. What? What? Thought police, politically correct GoDaddy commercials, gender-neutral Olive Garden, a 10-year prison sentence for listening to Ignition? If Joe Biden gets to appoint Supreme Court justices, you better believe that's coming hot and fresh out the kitchen. Here's a statue you can tear down. I'd hold up my middle finger, but it's broken. I get medical attention for it, but my hospital is named after, you guessed it, Bill Gates. Vegan Cinemax channels, safe spaces for birds, trigger warnings on Sudoku puzzles, transgender Roombas. What happened to the America of John Wayne and Ty Cobb? They want to rename our military bases, tear down Mount Rushmore, and change our national anthem to Bootylicious? Well, here's a message to the looters and instigators. I will never salute Beyonce's ass! Even if it is a national monument. If the liberal left wants to cancel something, why don't they start by canceling my membership to Planet Fitness? I've tried, but it's really hard. Barry Weiss, Barry Bonds. Is Barry on HBO gonna be canceled? Someone answer me! Okay, that about sums up what cancel culture is. Thanks for watching, everyone. Oh, and Goya beans are protected by the 6th Amendment. So basically, Rudy Giuliani obtained Hunter Biden's laptop, and the contents are so explosive, I threw my phone into oncoming traffic. Get this, Hunter Biden is communicating with known criminals from his email address, corruptiondoer@ukrainianmoney.scam. And he's hitting up all the big-time oligarchs, Vladimir Putin, Jonathan Burisma, Anthony Fauci, Liza Minnelli. He's making deals, despite not even graduating from the 3rd grade. Here's what we know. In 2015, Hunter Biden, aka Hunter Pelosi bin Laden, made $15 trillion by investing in a Chinese Planned Parenthood. One year later, Hunter makes an additional $19 billion from a Russian satellite dish. He's living on a yacht under the name Don Mexico when he hooks up with Mayor McCheese of Moscow. Starts a hedge fund with, you guessed it, Hillary Hussein Clinton. Check the Hungarian bank accounts. Check Robert Mueller's secret TikTok account. Check that receipt for cheese poppers from the Applebee's at Kiev Airport. All this evidence, and yet I'm the one getting my house repossessed? That's the real malarkey. And by the way, did you know that malarkey is Mandarin for I will ban fracking? Let's take a step back for a second. You don't think it's fishy that Hunter Biden is sending texts to his dad? My kids haven't returned my texts in years. Mommy loves you. She just wants to warn you about Adam Schiff's pedophile ring / casual burrito restaurant. Last week, Georgia passed a new election law in response to Joe Biden's victory over actual President Trump. And then all heck broke loose.
Is it time for American conservatives to cancel sports?
They will certainly strike out with their predominantly conservative viewership.
Let's not call it Coca-Cola anymore. Let's call them Woca-Cola.
How many black people have died in the last 100 years from diabetes caused by Coca-Cola products?
They want to boycott us. Why don't we boycott them?
Confused? Well, I've been watching Fox News for 1 week straight with no bathroom breaks, and I'm ready to explain what the fake news is too fake to tell you. So we all remember what happened in Georgia during the 2020 election. Ballots slingshot into volcanoes, voting machines made by Antifa foot soldiers, and reports of one Georgia man changing outfits and potentially casting thousands of votes. Hello? So in response to these issues, the Georgia legislature passed a law to make the elections process easier, safer, more Republican, faster, illegal in Atlanta, and other common sense bipartisan ideas. This is just the way the founders intended us to vote. Step 1, get an ID. Step 2, go to your local elections office conveniently open between 9 a.m. and 9:02 a.m. Step 3, solve a series of ancient riddles in order to receive a ballot application. And step 4, look, there are 19 more steps. We've all read the Constitution, but for some reason, the commucrats are soiling their vegan underpanties just because it's now illegal to pass out bottled water to people who are waiting in line for 9 hours to vote. Oh, so voters in line need water, but somehow it's illegal for Matt Gaetz to wine and dine a 17-year-old? Camels go 9 hours without water all the time, and you can't? Ooh, so thirsty. No, don't give in. The woke mob will tell you that Georgia's election law is designed to stop black people from voting. But can you even prove that black people exist? I haven't even seen one in my entire life. And now corporations think that they can act like people for some unclear reason, and they're protesting too. Coca-Cola, Delta, Microsoft are all speaking out against this beautiful law. I know 3 things. 1, conservatives are pro-business. 2, conservatives are pro-freedom of speech. And 3, conservatives need to destroy these businesses for opening their mouths. You thought Major Biden was bad for this country. Major League Baseball moved the All-Star game out of Atlanta. MLB is just BLM backwards. Hey corporations, here's a simple rule. Stay out of politics, but stay involved in making our country better by giving money to Mitch McConnell. You know what? We need to boycott them all. The MLB, the NFL, PBS, CPR. The next time someone tries to give you the Heimlich maneuver, you tell them to buzz off right before you lose consciousness. And you better believe that if I were still allowed on commercial flights, I'd be boycotting the hell out of Delta. The cancel culture crowd is about to learn what happens when you try to cancel the cancelers. You get cancelated. No! Well, surprise, surprise, the do-nothing Democrats are trying to steal this election. ICE agents found thousands of Trump votes floating in the Ariana Grande. The states that are still out, Arizona, Pennsylvania, Nevada, Georgia. Put them all together, Azpanvaja. What is Azpanvaja? A Ukrainian milk company. Who's the chairman of the board? Hunter fucking Biden. Pennsylvania isn't even a state. It's a commonwealth. Common plus wealth. Count the votes. Stop the count. Count the stop. Hop on pop. Ilhan Ocasio-Omar voted 53 times in Marietta, Georgia. They gave pens to Democrats and made Republicans fill out their ballots with a Sharpie. Smells like dead people voting to me. Breaking news, Rudy Giuliani found 50,000 Trump votes in a goodie bag from Adam Schiff's bar mitzvah. The more cases, the more counting, the more testing, the more ballots. Has anyone seen Anthony Fauci and Nate Silver in the same room? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop counting. 77, 78, 79, 80. Stop